What's up, Battlefield Play for Free? My name is ProfessorSnipe here, and welcome to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something different I don't normally do, and I don't know how I'm going to be taking this. You guys might call it like a series or something. I don't know if I'm planning to make multiple episodes, but this is what I call Dissecting Rush. Now, the plain idea of it is just to dissect some gameplay I have on Rush and see how I succeed and I play. So I just want to apologize, this video is 22 minutes long. It's pretty long, but hope you guys can really stick through it and enjoy, or watch as much as you can, or play half the video, then take your break or something, because I know long videos can be irritating sometimes. But now on this gameplay I'm playing as a medic, and this is not my medic, this is my friend's account, the same person that lended me his account for the L85, and his name is Medic's on the way, or Give Me My Tank, or Ammo's on the way. And yeah, so on Rush, now I'm just gonna get kicking through this, and whoever's interested in what I'm using the QBB with the Nemesis stock, casket mags, and I think it's Predator barrel. I'm not sure, one of these barrels, but that's just for the attachments, and I'm running no sights, just using the plain iron sights. Now in this gameplay, I like this gameplay a lot because it shows a lot of team effort, and made by the LSC clan, which is my clan, the clan that I'm in, and we worked as a really great team here, and this is what brought us to victory. Not also to mention that the score is pretty decent with 75 and 11, going all the way through the whole thing and destroying every single MCOM. And I'm going to talk about a few things here. And the first thing, I just want to introduce what Rush is. Rush has been out for some time, but ever since it's been out, it's been both teams have really been destabilized at some places. There's some games where the defenders really just raid over the attackers and just camp the bombs and just rain terror upon the attackers that just try to come. Or there are some gameplays where it's the opposite, where the attackers just go in and kind of like a wave and just take out MCOM after MCOM. And notice here how I'm telling the team to push up. That's another good thing. Here I use just the push-up thing as just like some people really don't pay attention to the chat box, but it's like a motivation thing, just to actually push up and get this W, get the victory. Now, one thing I want to also mention is that Rush is a game that demands a lot of teamwork, and the thing with the Rush is, of course, the general idea of it is very plain and vast, and it's simply arm the MCOMs and detonate them. But there is no some people may think about this is there is no particular I would say like a tip or anything to help you out with this. Now, my tip is to actually work as a team, which is obvious, but to move up together. Now, moving together is the perfect example. Like in the beginning of this gameplay, you saw me rush all the way to the A MCOM by myself. I planted the bomb, and luckily I'm not the best player in this game, but I'm a halfway decent good player, and the thing is, I couldn't hold that arm by myself. I had to use my team. So one thing I want to give a tip is that when you see the bombs being armed, and this is really a bad example because I have no teammates with me, but if you see a bomb that's been armed and you're the attackers, just move to that bomb no matter what. Even if you don't have ammunition, you don't have anything, just run to it, throw grenades, or do whatever you can as possible. Even use yourself as like a dummy. By dummy, I hope you guys know as like a target, just to get bullets on you, because if there's an enemy there, and if there's the defenders see an enemy, they'll shoot at him and they won't concentrate on the bomb, right? So this is what makes it important to actually I wouldn't say sacrifice yourself, but really provide for the team as much as you can, and to move up as a whole team together. Now, the thing with also is another issue is that there are lots of times where I arm the MCOM, I'm the only one there, I see my whole team just waiting to push up. The bomb has been armed, you should do as much as you can to push up. Now, notice over here, I'm a bit in a tricky situation and I get killed, but the bomb, if you notice at the map, people are trying to get onto it, and this is what makes it a successful arm. Or and that's sometimes if there are no attackers there can make it an unsuccessful arm. Now that's one thing I want to kind of put an emphasis on, is that you have to move together, because the more people there are, the more it destabilizes the enemy's defense. Now look over here, notice how this guy over there, that he was in the corner, he wasn't really shooting anything, and this is one tip I want to give: throw grenades no matter what. And I know it's ironic that I just got killed by grenades, and by throwing grenades, what I mean is that there's two theories how this thing goes. Grenades kill people. It kills people, and there's another thing, it scares people and pushes them away. Now this works in many scenarios. In another gameplay I'll be providing, and this is I don't remember if I actually used this method in this gameplay, but I throw grenades even if I don't see any enemies. I just throw it at the bomb. And the reason being is that if the enemies come and they don't have the grenade awareness, they will die. The explosion will kill them, of course, or damage them at the point where the last bullet can kill them. And even here, look, I'm just throwing grenades. It's just, even if there's nobody there, this is where the second point comes in. It scares them. If they have a tactical awareness, do you think the enemies are gonna run straight into a grenade? Of course not. Of course they're not willing to sacrifice themselves for the disarm. Well, some of them are, but it comes to the point where they won't die without reaching the bomb yet. So they're gonna just wait a second or two until the grenade detonates. And while they're waiting, you can throw another grenade. And then they'll wait and wait and wait until the bomb has been disarmed. I mean, the bomb has been detonated. Now, it also comes to the point where some people say, well, you don't have as many grenades. And the best part to this is to throw the grenades as like a backup until your team arrives. Like, over here, I'm the first one to arrive, and I'm just waiting here, using this cover for my whole team to come with me. And notice how my friend makes his move, and this is, I think, Renegade. He makes his move, and this is when the arm starts. Or, it should start over here. But notice how we all group in, everybody takes his position, and we go for the arm. And this is where you should take your position and secure the mark in the map, which would be the bombs, and use yourself to, as a team, to completely annihilate and push up the defensive line. So that's the most important thing I would say in Rush, is to push up the defensive line. And there are many methods to do this. The first, like I said, is with grenades. Grenades are really useful. You can use that to your advantage to or kill them or scare them away. Some people like to use smoke grenade to obscure the vision, but I mean, this can be it can backfire sometimes, where it makes you lag and lowers your visibility to the point where you can't see anything. Another great tip I would also suggest is, and I just want to also say one thing before I continue, is notice my map during this gameplay. Just pay attention to the map. Notice how my whole team is not there all the time. Notice how it's only a couple of players, and sometimes I arm it until the whole team's there, or I try to arm, and sometimes I fail since the team is not there. So that's just one thing I want you guys to think. And look over here how we just armed this, because I'm providing as much support as I can. I didn't arm the bomb, of course. It doesn't make me a bad player, but I'm making sure that the enemies are not making their way here to disarm or defend. And look how I threw a grenade, even if there's nobody there. Look, I'm throwing a grenade. There's probably nobody there. I can take a look at the map and I see nothing. But I'm throwing it as long as if somebody tries to come, they will be scared or they'll die. So that's one thing. C4, all of these things are very useful. I mean, you can use that to your advantage, but sometimes it can backfire with the blast radius. So it's more, and grenades are very fluid and they're available for every single class. So this is one thing I want to talk in general, is with every single class you can use this grenade method. And one thing I also regret doing is not using the flare. Like the medic flare, it's just a very important part, because it can, this is what makes an more accessible spawn to the bomb, and this is what can provide much support and then push up to the enemy's MCOM. Now also over here, I'm gonna just wait until the team is in, and look, notice how they're in. Well, there's this guy. I'm just taking care of this guy, and unfortunately I died because I'm not really good with the M9. But even with this particular spot on Rush, I would suggest going to the B first, because they're gonna be worried going to A, thinking that the whole attacking team is going to A, and this is what's going to destabilize them as a group. And this is what you should use as your advantage, their destabilization, to actually push up and use that to your advantage. Unfortunately, we did lose this arm, but look how we're taking each ourselves our positions, and we're securing this. We're not moving up. We're staying together as a team. And also, reviving is a very important tool for the medic, of course. Like in any game mode in Battlefield, you should always revive as much as you can. And once I kind of know that the bomb is ours, I mean this thing is ours, you can use that little time span where you know that the defenders cannot defend or disarm to your advantage to actually push up, so that there's no point. The enemy, there's two ideas that can go through the mind of the enemy. Or they give up, or they try to push up. But while they're trying to push up, you're pushing up. So at the same time, not only makes a kind of unexpected clash, because they would expect you to defend a bomb while you armed it, but also you're pushing up at the same time that they're supposed to be concentrated on the bomb that's being armed, and you're concentrating on the one that isn't. So that's giving you an advantage right there. Also, from this point of view, this is what I want to call the pushers kind of squad thing, and this is very important in Battlefield 3, which is another Battlefield. It's very, you know that there are some squads, and in this game there aren't. But this, what you can do is actually create a mini squad, and this is what I was doing here with my friend Renegade, and he's in the LSC clan, and he was using his assault class with ammunition and everything, and I was using the medic class. And look how we're not even close to the bomb. We're overhead. I would say protecting the enemy, the bomb, from another point of view. And one thing about this is that to be a successful rush player, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to arm. It means that you have to provide as much support, of course. Now, by using this type of support, which I call the pushers, what they do is actually push the defensive line. So where the enemy's defense can't even penetrate to possibly arm the bomb. You look at them, how we're pushing them up so badly that they can't even get from their spawn to the bomb. You think that they're possibly going to be able to disarm? And instead, if we have everybody at the whole team at one place just staying there, I mean, the enemies are still going to have their chance to move up if they don't have that other squad supporting them by giving, pushing up and stuff. So also over here, I mean, I use the cover here, and we try to regroup as much as we can. And after this MCOM has been taken out, I mean, it's gonna be the perfect example of how to push in. And I'm gonna talk about this. And it sucks that this video is a bit too long. I wish I could have shortened it in a way, but I really didn't want to leave out any moments that were important. But luckily, this APC here just gives me a small topic, and this is with vehicles. I mean, with vehicles, the thing is that, I mean, they provide a lot of support for both the defensive and the offensive team, but it comes to the point where it's much easier for the defensive team to use the vehicles, because they're just gonna use those explosives just to shoot it at the bomb to kill you. Now, engineers come really very handy in this gameplay. I mean, in this particular role of the segment of the God, I'm losing my words here. Section of this, let's say this game mode, at this particular place, because I mean, this is where the vehicles kick in, and of course engineers, RPG, mines, whatever you can do. Ironic, I just killed the guy with an RPG. Or if you can, you use your grenades like I do and kill the thing. Another good tip I always give you guys is 99% of the times this always works, and is to put your head down while you're actually arming, because then no enemy can't look at you, and it's like you're crouched and stuff. Now over here, it's like the same thing as the previous thing. I mean, I am next to the bomb, but I'm not directly just waiting in the corner until the bomb, I mean, we secure the bomb or something. I'm actually just pushing up here and making sure that the enemies don't come. You see, look, even if the enemy, I'm taking hit from him, I'm dying, I don't really care. I just want to secure that the bomb has been armed, and there we go. I mean, karma, you do something good, and something good happens to you, and I got revived. So same thing happens, and this is where I wanted to talk to you guys about the perfect example of moving up. Now, notice how there are a lot of enemies here. You take cover behind us. I mean, we're not pushing, we're not rushing, we're just calmly stepping forward. And this is where I want to put like a small movie reference. If you guys have ever seen like a movie like Troy, or any of these ancient movies where like it's like back in the like Greek, Roman times, you know how they always push up with like their shields or something, like 300, like they push up and they kind of like take over the enemy by doing that. this is like an example. Look how we're regrouping each from our sides, and we're slowly marching, you know? And this is what really makes a very strong offensive team. Because you're pushing up, each can take their own directions. Like, I currently don't know what's happening on the other side of the map, but I know that my squad are pushing up, and it's destabilizing the enemy. Another tip I want to give, and this was just a small tip, and unluckily I died there, is let the medic go last. And the reason is that the medics, they have a lot of firepower because they have the most ammunition in the whole capacity of their guns. Now, by using all the engineers, assaults, and all these guys going at the beginning, they have these better weapons at close range. So luckily, they'll go ahead and kill everybody. And if they don't and they die, you can just run up there and just rain havoc all over these people. Just shoot your LMG. It has so much firepower. Spray the gun and kill anything on sight. And when you're done killing, you revive. You revive. And the reason it's very also useful is because, I mean, it's useful because think of it this way: the enemies have already been damaged by your teammates. So all you have to do is finish the job. They started it, you finish it, and then you bring them back to life. Now, one thing which is very difficult about this MCOM is that many people camp this thing like crazy. You guys have no idea. They put claymores, they put C4s, they just wait on top and they do everything. I mean, the problem with this is where another part of the grenade / engineer comes in. And it's funny that we pulled off a bomb here, but it gets disarmed like many times until we actually step in and we provide as much support as we can until we get the win. But the thing is with engineers is that for that downstairs, at the downstairs near the stairs place, the best thing for an engineer to do is quickly jump in, use that RPG and launch it at the wall or at the person, because it's a tight alleyway, so there are high chances that your rocket kills somebody or hits him. And as soon as it hits him, it'll make the screen shake for the other players that are still alive. We'll damage them, of course, scare them, and you can just come in with your engineers, assaults, finish the job, or if that doesn't work, the medic is always in the back supporting, finishing with his firepower and reviving. And that's what makes it a very, very strong thing. And also, like the that claymore ability where you can hop over or detonate claymores like 5 seconds before or something like that. That's also very, very useful because, I mean, what you can do, and I'll show this in another gameplay, another segment, is you can actually just, trigger everything and just wait. Trigger, find yourself as cover, explode, let the whole team come in, and then annihilate. And that's one thing as well. Now, over here with arming, this problem is that you have your back covered. I mean, you can have your back covered by some snipers, but I mean, not everybody's the best recon in the world, so this is one only problem, and not many people don't spot, which is very important. You have to spot. Another thing is, look out over here. I mean, don't waste your time just waiting. It's not going to provide support. You can use this 3-man squad as actually taking on the whole team. So, just one thing that aggravates me a bit, I mean, use as much support as you can. Just push up. And, like I was saying, I don't remember what I was saying, I kind of got sidetracked, but, it had something to do with, like, I don't know, but the thing also, is that, with all these, like, claymores, RPG and everything, every class is useful, so don't think that one class is better, like, oh, the medic's better because he can put that spawn, he can revive and everything. Well, you know what, the engineer can take down vehicles. He can actually clear down a whole room and damage severely the enemies by using an RPG. And the assault, he's got C4s, he's got smoke grenade, he's got all of that. The recon, well, he's got the motion sensors. That's one of the most important things because the whole team can use that motion sensor to take advantage. Throwing grenades, as always, is a perfect thing to do because they'll always kill some enemies. And notice how I let my friends pass first, and I let them pass because I know that I'm gonna be there just to finish up the job. And just here, some people try to like try to get me, but I confuse them with my like going left and right and stuff. Using this ladder is also really good, but the only problem is that once you get to the top, you're pretty vulnerable for a couple of times. For like a couple of seconds until they kill you or something. Now, another thing I wanted to say, and this follows up the the pushers squad is that you can use this place, and this is, I know it's called spawn killing or whatever you guys want to call it. I mean, trust me, it's not as bad as camping the bomb. Because once again, look, did I know that there was somebody at the store? Well, I got a hit marker, so that means that there was somebody, but I didn't know. I just did it so that if anybody comes, he'll all get damaged or he'll back away. And most probably, even the guy backed away. He tried backing away, or he saw a grenade and he just tried running, and luckily he survived. So just one thing, use those, you don't want to really spawn kill, but you just want to push up the defensive line, like a game of, I don't know, any sport that uses offensive and attacking line, I mean offensive and defensive lines. Use that in a way where you can push up the defensive and finish up the job from the inside. So there should always be that, what I like to think of it is the planters, the people that go to and plant the bomb, they shouldn't be like a whole army. You shouldn't have a whole army, you should have a small squad. They go in, infiltrate, you secure everything, they just go in, infiltrate, and finish. You just make sure that nobody can trespass your line. And notice how I'm not even going through the bomb, I'm just coming back here. Just make sure if anybody tries to come from this back alleyway, because it's the most easy, it's the easiest spawn from them to get to the bomb and disarm it. I'm just gonna wait there. I'm gonna wait until they try to come. I'm not even, sometimes I even damage them, but I won't even kill them. I'll just damage them, make sure that they're afraid and they don't come. Now when I think it's secure, I make myself a double check by coming up this ladder and just making sure anybody doesn't come in. And this is why I know I secured the victory by, I mean, you're pretty confident that you secured the victory. And this is another important thing, drop grenades on the floor. And there you go. You just won the game. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was pretty long, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in my next video. I have my exams coming up like tomorrow, but I'll just let something out for now. So I'll see you guys later. And yeah, peace guys.